Hey guys, Richard here with Michael's Entertainment. Today we're here at the beautiful Collins off Main, checking in with our awesome friend, Amy Collins. Let's go check it out.
Hi.
What's up, Amy?
Come on in.
How are
Good
you?
to see you.
Here again.
Always fun to have you here.
Absolutely.
Come on in. Well, welcome to the Collins off Main.
Beautiful, beautiful.
We left the decor from our wedding on Sunday so people can kind of get a look and feel of what it is.
I love it. I love like the nice like barn, modernish tables here.
Yeah, these are actually custom made by my husband. He has a unfound talent that has really come to light.
That's impressive.
I found these online, a similar table, and they were just unreasonably expensive to put into a venue. Maybe if you did like one in your house.
Yeah.
But when I'm like, can you make me 25 of these? So I had asked him, hey, can you, any chance you can make this?
Yeah.
He goes, well, upgrade my wood shop. Sure, okay. So we did it, and then he pushed these out, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, what talent?
These
So
are amazing.
yeah, so eventually through this season, they will all be replaced to this this beautiful maple wood.
And he did
all
this himself?
hand-pressed. Yeah, he literally just comes in a pile of wood, and this is what he produces.
So the bar top matches it too?
So he made this as well. This is all custom made. All my great ideas get put on paper, and someone has to make them for me. So
I love
and then our wheat wall that's really popular, an ode to Jiffy, and also my California boho kind of.
An ode to
pompous.
Jiffy. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, my wheat wall / my pompous
And
grass.
what I love about this venue is just like the open
concept.
format to it. You know, like you can sit here on your tables and have dinner and all that stuff. But if you want to like chill with some friends and talk for a second. You have these
So
full
these
private
are
areas.
actually our furniture that goes out into our tent.
I thought so.
Yes,
I thought so when I came in here.
So typically these are not here. This is kind of a winter setup this
Yeah.
year. We did something a little different. But yes, these go into our outdoor tent. So it's off season.
Yeah.
I know. We
Yeah.
showcase real well on season.
Oh yeah.
So it can only get better from here.
Right.
So typically this is set up with our table set up. And these are outside in our lounge tent.
Okay.
So yeah, a lot of usage.
Right.
I joke that there's a particular space on that tent that the grandpas always sit in. So I call it the grandpa chair.
grandpa
and it's
space.
always like one of these, like that he sits there and he'll sit there and watch the dance floor all night long. He doesn't move. Like it's just great. It's just great.
Well, that's what's cool about this venue. It's not
Yeah.
just like, hey, you have to either sit down
Yeah.
and just talk the entire time
or
at your
not
table.
hear each other yelling.
Exactly. Or it gives you the opportunity to like walk around and mingle. Almost like a home in a way, you know? Almost like a house party in a way.
It's important to us to showcase the different vignettes, as we like to call them, in the industry, different areas where people see. One of the most important things when I was designing this space was a place that was multi-generational.
Yeah.
And we see far too many grandparents, maybe your elder aunt and uncles, like tiptoeing out after no one's gonna miss me. You know what I mean? Because they can't hear each other, and there's just, I mean, let's be honest, you're a DJ. Your job's to make the dance floor just pop in.
Yeah, you know.
But that maybe doesn't translate to grandpa. And so I wanted a space where they could still feel like they were a part of that, but additionally not be necessarily yelling above the noise. Because how many times do your family actually get together? Not that often.
Not often.
Usually big things. And so a lot of times you're catching up and whatnot. And if you're yelling, it's just not helping.
And that's the cool thing with like your outdoor patio is like in the summertime, it's just so just like beautiful and like chill, and but there's a word for it. Almost like a West Coast feel to it.
Yeah.
No venue does, honestly. And out there with the cool chest little pieces you have there, with the awesome like turf field, people just kind of lounge out there. Don't you have cornhole as well?
We have cornhole.
Yeah.
We have tons of lawn games. So that's the big thing. We're pretty like self-sufficient as far as who we are as a venue. And so we have tons of decor in house. We have all our outdoor furniture always set up. We put our high tops and our low tops out on the lawn with the umbrellas, and then we bring out like Bose ball. We have bags, and then
so it's endless opportunity.
Yeah,
out there,
Jenga. I mean, we have so much stuff out there, and our live chessboard. That was a big ad. I mean, those things are huge.
They're huge. It's literally life size.
So popular with all ages.
And what I love about this from my past weddings, being able to DJ and see that like people can have fun on the dance floor out here, but also be dancing outside as
lawn.
well.
Yeah.
It's I love this place. It's an open
Yes.
format, and just the warm feeling of it
Good
is
deal.
great. But I know with here,
Yeah.
obviously it's a great celebration. You can fit how many people?
200.
That's
200
good.
people.
That's good.
That is just your guest count. So we have a slightly higher occupancy, so you don't have to count in your vendors into that count.
Cool.
We factored that in. So 200 is your guest count, and we cap it at that.
What's it like here for like bartenders and
Good question.
catering?
So we have open catering. We do require that they do a walkthrough if they
Okay.
haven't been on campus yet.
Okay.
So, and we do have a set of rules that we have to follow so that we're
Absolutely.
all doing what we need to do.
Yeah.
And then we have an open alcohol policy. So what that means is our couples source their own alcohol and they hire one of our preferred bartending companies.
Okay.
And so you hire them to run your wedding. They run all the back bar, the staff, all of the ice. So much ice. A 200-person wedding will have like 40 bags of ice. It's
wow.
insane.
It's
It's
a lot.
insane.
Yeah.
A lot of logistics on that. And then a lot of our bar companies will actually organize the actual delivery of your alcohol. So it's really easy. It's
Yeah.
just you get the huge cash break of purchasing your own alcohol and whatnot.
Absolutely.
So yes, we have open alcohol. We also include an insurance policy
Okay.
because we really believe in protecting you as a couple, making sure you're safe. And so we provide that host liquor license for the day
Okay.
so that you're protected.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's important things.
Now, preparation wise and like lodging, you guys offer some pretty cool amenities here.
We'll go upstairs here in a second, but I really feel that if a couple is able to come on campus, particularly our brides,
Yeah.
and relax and know that they don't really have to go anywhere,
Yeah.
they truly are able to feel the moment. And so the night before your wedding, you and up to 7 of your bridesmaids get to check into the bridal suite upstairs.
yeah.
They're full apartments, which is great. You know, you can actually have a breakfast in the morning. And your hair and makeup is typically done up there.
Yeah.
So they come in early, they do all of that. There's plenty of power up there. It's amazing how many curling irons you can plug into a wall. And, right? All while having your mimosa bar.
Yeah.
And so they start up there. And then we kind of do our magic down here. So while we're right next to you, and you can always come down and peek and see what's going on,
Yeah.
upstairs, and you're able to actually relax. And then we set up down here.
Yeah.
If it's the decor that we have in-house, then we will set it up and we will break it down at the end of the night, which is a huge labor, joy for your family. I would say, I'm sure you can DIY your own wedding, but I just don't want you to. Because I want you to enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
DIY your friends. Go do your friend's wedding. Let us do
DIY, it can take so much of the enjoyment out of it.
it can. We saw so many arguments sometimes with parents like, oh, well, I want it this way. Well, I thought it was this way. So we do all the design work here in-house as far as the things that are ours. That being said, if you really want to go outside the box, which as you can imagine, a designer myself, I love, please bring in a designer. Please suspend things into my wall. I have an entire suspension system in my ceiling for you to go with. We have power up next to our beams so that you can actually plug lighting into our ceiling and you don't run it up and down the walls. They're run in from our ceiling. And so that's really helpful for a really cool lighting engineer and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, really the sky's the limit. So if you have a designer, I always say, please use them, bring them in. I want to see what they can do in my space. But for the people who maybe don't have the budget to do it, but also really want that design aspect, we keep all of that in-house. So we do all of that. So we set it up, and then you and your bridesmaids will transition down to the glam room, which I'll show you in a second here. That's kind of where you put your dress on. It's your finishing touch. And then we take you over to the chapel.
Tell me about this.
Yeah, so this is kind of a new development. We're super excited about it. Traditionally, we used to hold ceremonies in-house, and then we'd put up these lovely hedges here, and all the tables would be preset. Your guests would go out to cocktail hour, and we would flip it. And while we had no issues with it, and we totally could still do it, it's just a lot of logistics. And with the market that we have and the labor uncertainty, we wanted to take that X factor out.
Absolutely.
So the only way to do that is to have a ceremony space. So we have a beautiful ceremony space that we're doing. It's I like to say California courtyard because pretty much everything about this is California, West Coast. It's really cool. It's all white boxed, very similar to this, with these really cool pews that I've sourced out of South Bend, Indiana. We had U-Hauls. It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. But I wanted to find a pew that had a modern mid-century look, which is very difficult to find because a lot of them look like they're from the 1900s. And so it's got this cool walnut square, black leather. They're so awesome. So we have that. We have willow trees going in, and and olive trees in it. And
This
then you
sounds
walk
magical.
through these breeze blocks. So if you're familiar with Palm Springs at all,
Yeah,
they have those cool
yeah,
blocks you
yeah,
can see through.
yeah.
So basically that's our wall, and then you walk in and it's a whole courtyard, and like that's our ceremony space.
Okay, so it's sold.
So,
I'm getting married
yeah,
here.
right?
like
I know,
it.
it's so great.
sold.
I can't
Like,
wait.
you
It's
sold
my
me.
new obsession. So that's our ceremony
Is it
space
all-
that's
is it all
coming
done?
spring of 2022.
Cool, okay.
Yep,
Cool,
so
cool.
that's getting finished right now. Follow our Instagram. We're putting all the updates on there and Facebook. And then you transition to on season in the backyard.
Yep.
So we have our huge outdoor space. I wish we were on season right now because it's so beautiful.
Well, I love, even when you're off season here,
Yeah.
the greenery you guys
Yeah,
have.
we try to keep
like
it.
the champagne wall is
Yep.
awesome. I love this thing. That was pretty impressive. When I first
Typically,
showed
we
you.
don't have this fabric here, so typically we do have this pulled back. We had a ceremony in here, our last ceremony this last week, but typically this is all pulled back. So it has just a really cool indoor-outdoor vibe.
And then
this
can go
goes
up.
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
so most of our weddings, this roll-up door is up. And our DJs are right here.
Okay,
This
Michael's
is our
entertaining
dance
me.
floor. And we're in the process of actually sourcing a dance floor, not because we need it, but because I want it.
It'd be a cool addition.
It
you
is.
know?
It
And
is.
I think that, like the one you're showing me, if I can talk.
Yeah,
talk
go
about
for
that,
it,
cool.
please.
The nice black and white
Yep.
feel to it would just match what you guys have
Yeah,
on here.
I
you
wanted
know?
it clean. I wanted it trendy.
Yep.
I wanted it different.
Yep.
And so yeah, so then you have your champagne wall. We see a lot of people put champagne and cupcakes on this one. I say this is best used for desserts, right? Because you got people
Absolutely.
dancing and then they forget to eat and then they're like, oh, cool,
look,
cupcake.
look what's right here.
Oh, a cupcake. And they actually eat their dessert. So, I mean, it's kind of funny to watch them like, oh, wait, there's a glass of champagne. I
Right.
just have it. So best used for desserts. You can choose to use it how you want, but that's typically what we see.
Yeah.
So yeah, this door can be used. We love to keep it up if it's nice outside. People go in and out all night long.
Yeah.
I tell people, don't be worried if your dance floor doesn't take off right away
And
here.
you know, we had that one wedding
Yeah.
I did here.
Yeah.
David and
And Kristen's, yeah.
Started off.
Everybody's outside.
Yeah, but then as night went on,
Yes.
the sunset,
Yep.
they come back in.
Yep.
The music still carries out there.
Yep.
The dance floor lights still carry out there.
Yep.
Maybe 3/4 of the night,
Yep.
they're raging here, raging out there as well.
Yep.
It's awesome.
It's fun.
It is
It's
awesome.
really cool. It's a good in and out vibe.
Yep.
So like I said, people can sit out in the patio and they're not yelling at each other, but people in here, they're having a great time.
Yep,
They have
absolutely.
a really good time in here.
Absolutely.
So, and we love doing that. So I just try to make it easy.
Yeah,
It's a very
absolutely.
stressful process trying to pick a venue.
Yeah.
And I feel like so many times they're doing apples to oranges comparison, right?
Sometimes
they're
venues,
going,
you have to choose like your
Yeah.
chairs and all that stuff, you know. Okay.
so here you don't have to do that. I always think it's funny when a venue showcases, like say, like a Chiavari chair, right? And you think
Yeah.
that's a standard, and they're like, oh, these are all upgrades. I'm like, every single photo you have on your website
It's
is
an
this chair.
Yeah.
It's an upgrade. Oh, noted. Okay. Which is hard because then I brought a client, because I'm a planner by trade.
Yeah.
I brought a client to a venue, then I'm like, so that's going to be a $3,000 upgrade to get the basic look that you've seen in all the photos.
Yes.
And I just don't want people to feel that way. I want
That's
them
a
to
bait and switch
feel
almost
wowed.
in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so we just take all of the questions out of it, and
Yeah.
you see what you get.
Just transparent. I like
Totally
it.
transparent.
I love it.
Real quick, I brought this out for you guys.
Yeah,
this
take
is
a
just
look.
kind of like a little idea of some of the stuff we have in our Something's Borrowed closet.
Okay,
Like
okay.
our beautiful little showcase now. So we have all the different kinds of signs, cake stands. We do provide napkin service.
Okay.
So we have all the different colors of the rainbow.
You guys do it all.
And
here.
then we
It's-
do.
I
And then we
love that.
actually are getting a lot of La Tavola and BBJ linens in this year, which is like an elevated linen experience, which I'm really excited about.
Okay.
And then, all the different like cake, like gift boxes.
Yeah.
Stuff. You don't have to buy any of that. Like, let us
handle
have it
it.
all inside.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have chargers and just, a lot of stuff.
All the
A
small
lot of
things you may
stuff.
not think of, they actually need. I love
Yeah,
this.
and to decorate a table on average, like even inexpensively, is usually $100-$150.
Yep.
And so you times that by 20 tables, it's a huge cost expense for most couples.
Yeah,
So
you guys take that away
while
from
some people will look at our pricing and be like, oh, first of all, we are not expensive compared to market rate. And when you
Yep,
look at it,
yep.
they might look and go, wow, that's expensive for a venue. But then when you start breaking down all of the different things that we offer, it's like, wow, you're actually under market rate.
Absolutely.
And we're easy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so we try to keep it simple, the easy button.
And the easy button. That was
Right?
easy.
I know, right? Noted. Well, let's go check out the bridal suite.
Let's do it.
because
Absolutely.
I should say the glam room.
The glam room.
Yeah, because this is where the magic truly happens.
This is like the bride's green room.
Yeah. Yes.
You know?
Exactly. Exactly. So This is just a fun, cozy room.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Probably one of our biggest features.
Yeah, I love this.
Yeah.
I love
So
this.
this is where they hang their dresses, put their dress on, and then we have this really fun ensuite restroom, which, fun fact, that sink is Hall of Famer Roger Staubach's sink.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if you even knew that.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like a really bougie sink.
Yeah, it's really.
Right? I know,
love
I'm like
this,
his
though.
wife picked that for
This
sure.
is cool though, because she has like her own, or the couple has their own private like
Yes.
getaway that's not completely
Yes.
separate
Away.
from.
So you bring up a great point. This is one of those places where just in the chaos of the evening, you might just find yourself like, I just need a moment to myself.
This is it.
Honestly, I need to go pee and not know that it takes forever for a bride to figure it all out and
Yeah.
just be sitting there like, everyone's saying she's taking a long time.
Yeah.
Because you're in the main room, right?
Yeah.
Here you can kind of hide away, do what you need to do, powder your nose. And it's also a great place for moms with young children if they're nursing or something of that nature.
Yeah,
A lot
yeah.
of times they'll come in here
Yeah.
because it's quiet, or they'll honestly put a pack and play in here,
Yeah.
and like an infant will be sleeping in here. So it's a great spot right here near parents if they feel like they can.
I
actually
love
just
this.
get
This
in.
is fantastic. This is fantastic.
It's very cozy. Okay, so let's go upstairs now, and
Let's
I can
do it.
show you probably one of our bigger features is our bridal suites. So these are full apartments.
Oh wow.
Yeah, full king size
So
bed.
much has changed since I've been here. guys.
Right? It looks a lot different than probably last time you were here. So this is our bridal suites.
This is beautiful. This is
you.
every time it blows me away still
Thank
to this
you.
day.
It's fun. We have 2 Murphy beds. So this is our Saturday suites. We have 2 suites.
Okay.
So what happens is we kind of rotate.
Yep,
If
yep,
you're staying
yep.
here 2 nights, obviously, you actually get this the night of your wedding as well.
Okay.
So it's your honeymoon suite.
Yep.
And so, like I said, the night before they check in, hair and makeup, again, plenty of room in here.
So much room.
So much room.
So
Lots
much
of power.
room. Lots of sun too can
Yeah.
come in.
Oh
assuming.
yeah, it's really bright, which is why I have them drawn.
Yeah.
It can be a little blinding right now. And then everyone packs up their stuff and then they go downstairs. So this is closed off during the actual wedding
Yes.
for security reasons.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then we bring any of your extra stuff up that night that maybe you will need the next morning or
Yeah.
whatnot. And then we kind of, clean it up, make it look pretty.
Yeah.
And then you stay here the night of your wedding.
Okay.
So this is our Saturday one, or if you have like an off day wedding, like
Yeah.
Monday or something like that. Then we have a Friday, Sunday suite.
Okay.
Very similar look. We have pictures online.
Yeah.
It's more blues, but they would check in the night, same thing. Check in the night before your wedding and get it the night of your wedding.
Okay.
It's just that one goes through 2 switches during the
Yes.
weekend and this one goes through 1.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's kind of our difference on that. Things that make us unique, I think, are that we take a lot of intentionality about movement with our couples and our guests. So the guest experience is like what we're obsessed with. We want
Absolutely.
people to be wowed by our space.
Yes.
I joke, we have a very unassuming front.
Yeah.
No one really
And
knows
when you
what's
walk
behind
in,
the
you're
wall.
like,
And you're like,
"Whoa."
what? I mean, people in Chelsea will be like, what? I had no idea.
Well, when I first walked up here the first time ever, when I had my wedding here, and I was just like done setting up, and I was just kind of browsing the venue, I thought this was a whole separate entity.
Yeah.
Like, completely. Like I
Yes.
didn't think you guys owned this at all until we were like, hey, Richard.
Well, we decided to expand. Originally, it wasn't the idea.
Yeah.
But again, just creating like what works best for our couple, and it just made sense.
Yeah.
And so we expanded here, obviously expanded to the ceremony space, but we even have intentionality with our after parties.
Yeah.
So we include an after party with all of our bookings.
Like, tell me more about this.
So yeah, so one of the things we noticed was that doing this as long as I have, guests need movement,
Yes.
right? So 5.5 hours of being in one location, of drinking and dancing, it's like 1 or 2 things can happen. People get rowdy and things get broken,
Yep.
or the party dies,
Yep.
and no one wants that.
Yeah.
So you know this as a DJ. You want to end your party at the height, right? You
Yeah.
don't want to like 2 people on the dance floor. You want like 25 people,
Yeah.
30 people on the dance floor. So we end our music at 10:30 here,
Okay.
and guests off campus at 11. I understand that might be a little early for some of us that really want to go for the wedding experience. So what we've done is we've included an after party at Ugly Dog Distillery, which is literally across our parking lot.
Okay.
And so we pay for the facility use, and the bartenders over there run a cash bar or host it if you want to,
Yeah.
and everyone goes over there and can go till 2 in the morning. So it creates that
Wow.
cohesive after party. So you know how it is, like after weddings, you're like, yeah, let's all go
Let's keep
out.
going partying
And then
and-
like no one has a plan, and you try to go down and find like a bar, and
So
then everyone gets lost. This is already set in stone.
That's beautiful.
We have a lot of times they'll bring in pizza and after late night bites into there.
Yeah.
And then it's just a cohesive party, so everyone knows exactly where they're going for the after party.
That's so cool.
So it's super fun. It's one of those things that kind of evolved over this year.
Yeah.
And I would just include it in all of our packages. And this is one of the most fun parts because it's
Absolutely.
just, it continues the party. Again, it's movement. It keeps it going.
And it's fluid movement. It's not this, like you said, up there thing, okay, wedding's over.
Yeah, what are we doing
Let's
now?
figure this out. Where's the contract? I'm getting married here.
Yeah.
Come on.
Here. It's all done electronically.
I love these seats too. Look at these.
Thanks.
Take a seat.
These, I know, these are my intense find. These are retro seats that I found at a cool vintage place. I know. And I've wanted to get rid of them so many times, but they're just so like,
I can see mom and dad lounging in these right now.
Just chilling these.
You've done a great job this place, Amy.
Thank you.
A fantastic job.
Thank you. We're proud of it. We're excited for this season and whatnot. I'm excited to see like not only the stories that unfold, but I'm excited to see the industry shift again.
Absolutely.
Like we've gone through so many shifts.
Yeah.
Like let's see what normal feels like again.
Yeah.
It's kind of great. We're really starting to work with couples to think outside the box. So like Sunday weddings, I'm really trying to push brunch Sunday weddings.
Huh.
Right?
Huh.
I want to be the person that trends. So they're kind of big on the West Coast. We've been pushing them for a couple years out there, but I want to bring them here and make them so fun. Who doesn't love brunch?
It's not common here, you know.
It's not.
You can start that.
Yes.
And this place has that vibe.
Right.
To where it can make sense.
Oh, a brunch Sunday wedding. I'm telling you,
It'd be
it's not
amazing.
like that. Sunday weddings are hard. No, Sunday weddings are
fun.
Just do it differently.
Yep.
So that's what we're really going to work with people on.
Because the only Sunday weddings I've ever enjoyed were like Labor Day and Memorial.
Yeah.
Because on Monday,
right.
no one's working.
Right.
Cool.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, I like it.
So keep your eye on it, because I'm sure you'll see some trends coming out for us this year.
Well, awesome. Is there anything else you want to?
I think that's it. Check our Instagram. We're always putting up fun stuff on there.
Okay.
You can see our outdoor space as it comes alive this season. It's a little dead looking right now, but it's always fun.
Wintertime doesn't do it justice.
It
that's
is.
For sure.
It does not do it justice whatsoever, and we're all a little sick of winter. Let's be honest.
Well, yeah, we're over it. Well, beautiful. Well, thank you, Amy. That's the Collins Off Main, guys. Thanks so much.
Bye.